Hello and welcome to another episode of David Rides a Trike. I'm David, I'm riding a trike. If this is your first time watching my channel, I try to provide a little motivation to people with chronic illnesses and or disabilities to get up, find some fun form of outdoor exercise. Why, you ask? Because doing so can be therapeutic and it turns out to be a lot of fun most of the time. For me, it's riding this recumbent trike. Personally, I fall into both the chronically ill and disabled categories. I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic when I was a year and a half old, although when I was 41, I had a pancreas transplant, so I am no longer a type 1 diabetic. In total, I've had 3 organ transplants. I've had stage 3 cancer. I'm legally blind. I've had infections that nearly killed me and a long list of surgeries, procedures, and maladies that have kept me busy for most of my life. So, getting to the topic of today's video, I said, well, I went and did it, and what I did was buy a new recumbent trike. I'll talk about the what, the whys, and the whens. So first for the what. I bought an ICE Sprint X Tour, or is it a Sprint Tour X? I always get it confused. Anyhow, it's similar to the trike I'm riding now, which is a Sprint 26. It too will have a 26-inch rear wheel, but this time I got it with the Shimano STEPS e-assist system and a Rohloff hub. Most of you probably know e-assist is electronic assist. So you still have to pedal, but there's a motor that helps you along. And a Rohloff hub, again, many of you might be familiar with this. For those who aren't, sorry, I'm going uphill here. For those of you who aren't, a Rohloff hub replaces the rear derailleur. It's an internal hub that has 14 different speeds, and you can shift at any time. You can shift when you're stopped, unlike a derailleur, and it's virtually maintenance free. I did not buy it with suspension. I considered it, but most of the riding I do, which is on the trail or out on this road ride, everything, the surfaces are very, very smooth. And yeah, suspension might have been nice, but I just didn't feel it was necessary. And really seemed like it would kind of be a waste. So I went without it. When I was getting ready to order it, my wife asked me what color I was getting. And I told her, you get your choice between black or black. So I went with black. So that covers the what. The whys, why I did it, one of the main reasons was I really wanted e-assist. I wanted to be able to go further in the same amount of time that I usually ride, and the e-assist will do that. With the same effort, the same power output, I'll be able to cover more ground because I'll be going a little bit faster, a few miles an hour faster. Another reason is I'd really like to ride with other people, assuming, of course, this year we can get back to riding with other people. And riding a trike, I've said this before, but a trike is inherently slower than a diamond frame bike. And I know there's going to be some of you who say, oh no, it's not, but overall, most trikes are slower. There are some that are built for speed, and yeah, they're faster. This isn't, and a lot of them aren't. So I always hated riding with other people where I was the slow guy and everyone had to slow down because of me. With the e-assist, I won't have to worry about that. I'll be able to keep up with the diamond frame bikes pretty much regardless of how fast they're riding. And that will be nice to be able to join in on group rides with others. As for why I got the Rohloff hub rather than a rear derailleur is, well, there's a couple of reasons. One, as I mentioned, is the ability to shift at any time. You could be at a complete stop. You could be going uphill where the drive system is under strain because you're pedaling hard. You could shift any time and it will work like butter. The other reason is a Rohloff hub is maintenance free. All you have to do is change the oil on it once a year, drain the old oil out, put new oil in, and you're done. And I'm all about maintenance free. For the same reason, this probably should have gone in the what section, I ordered it with drum brakes rather than disc brakes. Drum brakes are also completely maintenance free. This trike has drum brakes and I've never had to touch them, nor has the shop in the going on, what is it, 8 years that I've had it. Now, drum brakes don't have as much stopping power as disc brakes, but around here it's mostly flat terrain, and I honestly can't remember a single time when I had to slam on the brakes. You know, the fastest I ever go on this, and it'll probably be with the new one too, is about 20 miles an hour. And with this one, that was when I was going downhill with a tailwind and someone was towing me. But I've always had enough stopping power, so the maintenance-free aspect of it really did appeal to me. One other thing I wanted to say on the why part of it is referring back to the Shimano STEPS e-assist, because I'll be able to ride faster and go farther or further. I'll be able to get recordings in different spots, places you guys haven't seen, so that should be fun. And then the third category, the when, I won't be receiving the trike until probably July. As most of you probably know, the bike industry has really been bombarded with purchases and orders due to the pandemic. So many people were at home looking for something to do, and since doing something outside seemed to be relatively safe, a lot of people turned to bike riding, and the same holds true for trike riding. So the trike has to be ordered, and things are way backed up. So I won't be receiving it until July, which is okay. I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to it, but I still love this trike. And I'll be quite happy riding this one until the new one arrives. And speaking of this one, when I do get the new trike, I'll be selling this one because I don't have room in the garage for two trikes and my wife's car. And selling it will allow me to offset the cost of the new one somewhat. So hopefully the market will still be hot then, and I won't have much difficulty selling it. Certainly if any of you folks are interested, let me know. I won't be shipping it. It'll have to be someone in the Chicago area or someone willing to drive to where I live. But you know how to get in touch with me if you want. So that's it. I bought a new e-assist trike. Should be really just a ton of fun. Really looking forward to it, seeing what new adventures we can go on together. And that is it for this episode. If you have any comments, please post them down below. I will get back to you. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Just hit that subscribe button down there and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be alerted when a new video of mine comes out. And if you enjoy my videos, give this one a thumbs up. Thanks, that's it, and I will see you on the next ride. Bye-bye.
Thank you.